Imagine coding without writing a single line of syntax, just expressing your intent, your emotion, your vibe. That's not sci-fi. That's the emerging frontier of what's now being called vibe coding. At its core, vibe coding is a radical shift. Traditional programming is built on structure, precision, and strict logic. But the systems we're building, especially with AI, are becoming more intuitive, more flexible, and even emotionally responsive. Let's start with natural language programming. Platforms like OpenAI's Codex and GitHub Copilot already allow users to describe what they want in plain English, and the AI generates the code. But it's not just code completion anymore. It's code interpretation. The AI is reading between the lines, catching the intent behind your vague description. This is where vibe coding starts to take shape. Instead of write a for loop that iterates over this array, you might say, show me the simplest way to group this data, and the AI gets it. You're not commanding, you're collaborating. But here's where it gets weirder and more human. Emerging models are starting to factor in tone, urgency, and emotional context. In the future, how you say something could affect how it's coded. A frustrated request might trigger the AI to offer a cleaner, simpler solution. A curious tone might yield more educational output. In short, your vibe changes the output. Some researchers are even building systems that factor in biometric signals, like your voice tone, your typing speed, your facial expressions, to tailor the programming experience in real time. These systems aren't just taking commands, they're reading you. And then there's the rise of multimodal inputs. Instead of typing, what if you could draw an idea, describe it out loud, or upload an example, and the system figures out your intent and builds from there? That's vibe coding. It's programming that's conversational, creative, and, dare we say it, emotional. Now, some developers might scoff. Programming isn't about feelings, they argue. It's about logic. But as we move into a world where AI agents build, adapt, and iterate alongside us, logic isn't enough. Understanding becomes the differentiator. The next generation of programmers might not need to memorize syntax or debug for hours. They'll need to communicate clearly with AI collaborators, like guiding a talented assistant with good instincts. You'll still need structure, yes, but it's the conversation that matters most. And with that comes a huge accessibility leap. More people, from designers to strategists, will be able to build tools, apps, and systems just by explaining what they need. Vibe coding democratizes creation, but it also raises deep questions. Who decides how the AI interprets emotion? Can it misread a tone? Could a sarcastic joke turn into broken code? And how do we preserve human agency when AI becomes a creative partner? We're at the early stages, but one thing is clear. The way we write code is being rewritten. And in that rewrite, your vibe may matter more than your semicolon.